Hello everyone. In this video, we will learn all about parabola. A parabola is a set of points whose distance from the fixed point is equal to the distance to the fixed line. Now in this graph, these are the basic parts of the parabola. The fixed point is termed as the focus, and the fixed line is considered as the directrix. This blue line or curve here, this is our parabola. The vertex is considered as the center of the parabola. And this orange line here, this is the latus rectum. Its distance is 4 times the distance from the focus going to the vertex, and it contains the focus point. This purple line here is considered as the axis of symmetry. It contains the focus, the vertex, and of course, it's perpendicular to the directrix. Take note, in a parabola, the vertex is always in between of the focus and the directrix. Now, take note. Let's have this from the vertex going to the directrix. The distance here is P. Vertex going to the focus, its distance is also P. Take note, the length of the latus rectum is 4P. So from the focus to one end of the latus rectum, that's 2P. So to the other end, it's also 2P. So all in all, it is 4P. Now going back to the definition of a parabola, in which it is a set of points whose distance from the fixed point is equal to the distance going to the fixed line. Now take note, suppose if we will have point P here, so meaning F to P should be equal from P to D. Or if I'll have another set, F going to this point, that's 2 units, so therefore going down is also 2 units. Now, F to the vertex is P, and vertex to the directrix is also P. So let's have the coordinate of the focus as 0P. The coordinate of P here is xy, and the coordinate of this point here is x negative P. Let's derive the standard equation of a parabola that opens upward. Take note, F to P is equal to P to D. Now using the distance formula, that's 0 minus x squared plus P minus y squared should be equal from x minus x squared plus y minus negative p, or that would become plus p squared. So expanding this one, let's have 0. So expand this, that would be x squared. Square this binomial, that's p squared minus 2py and y squared. So this one we can cancel. So square this is y squared plus 2py plus p squared. So take note, we can cancel p squared and p squared. We can cancel y squared and y squared. Transfer negative 2py to the other side. That would become 2py. Simplifying, x squared is equal to 4py. Take note, this is the standard equation of a parabola that opens upward. And this 4p here represents the length of the latus rectum. So let's have this one. A parabola in which the vertex is at the point of origin. So these are the different properties. Standard equation is x squared equals 4py if it opens downward. So x squared equals negative 4py. If it opens to the right, so y squared equals 4px. And if it opens left side, so y squared equals negative 4p. X. Take note, if it opens up or down, x is being squared. If it opens right or left, so it's the y that's being squared. Now, if it opens up or at the right, the length of the value of the latus rectum would be positive. But if it opens down or at the left, the 4p is negative. Let's have an example. Now, let's identify the opening of the parabola giving these properties. So, number 1, x is squared and it's positive. The 4p is positive, so therefore it opens up. Number 2, the focus is located at negative 6, 0. This negative 6, 0 is located at the left, so therefore it opens left. Directrix is x plus 3, or x is equal to negative 3. Negative 3 is located at the left. So remember, directrix is at the back of the vertex, so therefore it opens right. Okay, y is squared and 4p is negative, so therefore it opens left side. Next, the focus is at 0, 5. 0, 5 is located at the top, so therefore it opens up. Okay, let's have this one. X squared is equal to 8y. So, let's identify the length for P. So, 4py is equal to 8y. Divide both sides by 4y. So, our P is equal to 2. Take note, x is squared and positive 4py. So, therefore, it opens upward. So, in the Cartesian plane, the vertex is 0, 0. P is 2. So, therefore, count 2 to up and 2 down for the directrix. So, if this is 2, going to one end would be 4, and to the other end is also 4. So, this will be our graph. So, the vertex, 0, 0. The focus is located at 0, 2. Directrix is located at y equals negative 2. And the axis of symmetry is x equals 0. And the length of the latus rectum is given here as positive 8. Another example. Now, this time, it's the y that's being squared. Let's solve for p. So, for px, negative 8x. So, solving for p, so our p is positive 2. Positive y squared, negative 4p. So, therefore, it opens at the left. So, with this graph, 0, 0. So, count 2 here and count 2 at the back to get the directrix. So, if this is 2, so times 2, so 4 to one end and 4 to the other end. Connect with the curve. This will be our graph. So with this, the vertex, 0, 0. The focus is located at negative 2, 0. Directrix is x equals 2. Axis of symmetry is y equals 0. And of course, length of the latus rectum is 8. Now this next example, the graph is given. So from the vertex, going to the focus, it's 4. So therefore, the value for P is 4. Length of the latus rectum is times 4, so it's 16. The opening is downward. So with this, our x will be squared. It opens down, so 4p would be negative 16y. This is the equation. Another example. Now, at this point, it opens at the right. So, from the vertex going to the focus, it is 3. So, therefore, P is 3. So, times 4 to get the length of the latus rectum. So, therefore, it's 12. It opens at the right. So, with this, y is squared and 4p is positive. So, y squared equals 12y. Now, what if the parabola, the vertex is no longer at the point of origin? So this will be the standard equation. So if it opens up, so you just add h and k and still 4p is positive. If it opens down, 4p is negative. If it opens at the right, it's the y that's being squared and 4p is positive. And if it opens left, the 4p is negative. Take note, y and k will go together, and x and h will also go together. Let's have an example. Now, what is the standard equation of a parabola whose vertex is located at 5, negative 4, and the focus is at 3, negative 4? So let's sketch this one. The vertex is located at 5, negative 4. The focus is located at 3, negative 4. Take note, from the vertex going to the focus, the distance is 2. So our P is 2. So with that, from the vertex, you count 2 units to the left to get the directrix. So if this is 2, going to one end, that would be 4. And to the other end, it's also 4. So this is how long our latus rectum would be. So connect this with a curve. That will be our graph. So with this, we can identify the vertex. It's given. The focus is 3, negative 4. It opens at the left. And the standard equation would be, so y and k will go together. So y minus negative 4, so plus 4. Then length of the latus rectum would be negative 8 because it opens at the left. Then x minus 5. Axis of symmetry would be y equals negative 4. And the directrix would be x equals 7. Another example. Now, how to rewrite standard form to general form? So this is the standard form. So you just expand this, squaring this binomial. We will have this x squared minus 2hx plus h squared. Distribute 4p to the terms inside. We will get this one. Take note, we will have x squared and we'll have an x term we will have a y term. And take note, h squared and 4pk are considered as constants, so we can combine them. So we can simplify here as x squared. You have an x term, you have a y term, and of course, you have the constant. Take note, for standard general form of a parabola, only one term is being squared. Take note of that. So let's have an example. This is the standard form. Let's rewrite this to general form. So to do that, let's expand this binomial. So x squared, multiply first, second, and 2 minus 4x. Square this, you'll get 4. Distribute 8 to the terms inside. So that would be 8y. 8 times 5 is 40. Transfer 8y to the other side. It's minus 8y. So transfer 40 to the other side, minus 40. So 4 minus 40 is negative 36. So this is the general form of the given standard form. Now, what if we will reverse? From the general, we will go back to the standard form. So how to do that? Let's have this. So first term, you combine x term. So 8y and 36 transfer to the other side. So half, complete the square. Half of 4 is 2. Square that would be 4. So you add 4 to both sides. So we will have this one. So rewrite this a binomial term. We will have x minus 2 squared. Then 36 plus 4 is 40. Take note, 8y and 40. 8 is common, so factor it out. So again, this is the standard form. So we go back to the original given. So let's rewrite this to standard form. So let's group all y terms, x term, and constant to the other side. So half of 12 is 6. Square that would be 36. So we also add 36 to the other side. Rewriting this to binomial form, we will have y. Square root of 36 is 6. Sign of the second term is positive. Negative 16 plus 36 is 20. So in this case, 5 is common, so factor it out. So we'll end up with this. So this is our standard equation. So with this, our P here would be 5 over 4, or that's approximately 1.25. So the standard equation is y plus 6 squared is equal to 5x plus 4. We can also identify the vertex as negative 4 and negative 6. So the opening is at the right because y is squared and the value for our 4p is positive. So let's sketch that. So the vertex is negative 4, negative 6. It's here. So our p is 1.25. So we will move 1.25 to the right. And we will also have 1.25 to the other side to get the directrix. So 1.25 times 2, that would be 2.5. So going to one end of the latus rectum and 2.5 to the other end. So all in all, that would be 5. So connect with the curve. This will be our graph. So with this, the focus will be negative 2.75 and negative 6. The axis of symmetry is at this point, so y equals negative 6, and the directrix is x is equal to negative 5.25. So that's all about parabola. Thank you.